So you want to know who the best general of the Second World War is. Early in the war, many would point to the likes of Manstein, Rommel, or Guderian. But by 1945, the names of Rokossovsky, Zhukov, Eisenhower, and Montgomery are what typically comes to mind. But at the end of the day, there's simply no way to prove which general was, by his own merits, the very best of the war. However, in 2016, that all changed, when the greatest feat of computer science in human history was unveiled by a group of Swedish researchers associated with the enigmatic Paradox Interactive. I am of course referring to none other than Hearts of Iron 4. With this innovation, the field of military science underwent its most dramatic paradigm shift since the introduction of gunpowder. Taking advantage of this new technology, we have taken it upon ourselves to set up a massive tournament, including hundreds of the best strategists around the globe, the results of which will clearly identify the modern incarnation of Napoleon Bonaparte himself. On the line rests reputations, power, fame, and riches beyond measure. Whoever emerges victorious will walk away with the admiration of all human posterity on his shoulders, and all without leaving his armchair. I'm Griffin Johnson, the Armchair Historian, and I welcome you to the Hearts of Iron 4 International.
Let's fucking do this.
Gentlemen, it's very quiet in this arena. Wait, you can't hear the music? Wait, you couldn't hear the music the whole time? What? I did all of this without music? Oh, for fuck's sake. Dude, I told my production team a lot of mistakes are gonna happen, and I already did like 3. I was having a Wait, I did the intro without music? How fucking scuffed was that? Gentlemen, the day has come. We got retreated by Dan Lind himself. Everything changes today. Everything will be great. Let's take a look what we got here for you today. Let's take a look. Whoosh. We are looking at the bracket of the HOI4 International. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have 4 games in the best of 3 scenario. Can I say bad words? I mean, we have no sponsors. The only sponsor here is my mom, who got me this jacket many years ago. Let's take a look at game number 1 that you will see here very shortly. 7D versus Mumiago. What do we have here? Mumiago, the silent killer. 3,800 hours in HOI4. Big brain, slow reaction, just like me. Bad under pressure. Oh, there's no pressure here today. Don't fucking worry about that, Mumiago. The so-called favorite of this tournament, the undisputed, undefeated William Wallace of 4-4, the Scottish menace, 7D, the tournament favorite. Mumiago will have to overcome hardships. Can he do it? We will find out soon. Dude, there's so much production value behind the scenes, and I'm just a monkey, right? I don't know what the fuck's happening. I have to click something now. Let's take a look at today's first game. Mumiago versus 7D. Game number 1, we have Mumiago. Who will Mumiago fight in this epic first game? Who is it? It is 7D in game number 1. The favorite, the crazy Scotsman, Mumiago's son versus 7D.
I have not won once against 7D.
My biggest rival is definitely 7D, no question about it.
He's like the most dangerous opponent on this tournament. Like, he is the favorite to win it all, but anything can happen.
I think I'm going to win kind of substantially. Me and other people feel like he's mostly gotten through to the last 8 just through luck of like who he's up against.
So I just feel like these guys are just overrated. They're all kind of the same, just as Dankus, right? They're all kind of the same, kind of arrogant. They think that they're the best at the game. I feel like people are actually bad at this game. It seems like it.
I heard game number 1, Mumiago, and I was kind of just like thinking in the back of my mind, please be me, and it was me against him.
Yago! How are they laughing at him? That's really cringe, man. He's a new player.
Greyons for breakfast.
How elitist, man.
I'm undefeated in the tournament, and I don't see why this match with Mumiago would change that.
I didn't prepare any lines for this, but I don't know, it's just that I respect him. He probably doesn't respect me, right? But let's see if you are as good as they say you are, yeah.
Yeah! This is gonna be the greatest shit ever! Yes, gentlemen! The first game is about to start. But before it starts, we're not done yet with surprises. Ka-chow! What? Look at this value! Are you kidding me? Feedbackgaming, our first official co-caster of the day. Dave, welcome to the HOI4 International. How are you feeling, man? How do you feel about this tournament? I see the sub button in the back flexing hot. How do you feel, brother?
I feel amazing. I feel really good, and I'm proud of you. How did you make it this far? We came so far.
Dude, just like this tournament, it's all based on other people. I'm just the monkey with the... Dude, I did so many mistakes already. It is time for the coin flip. Gentlemen, we're gonna have 7D, and this German coin is gonna decide who is the first to choose their nation, Germany or Russia. We have an eagle in Germany, and we have the two... Wait. We have a 2 euro. This was a magic trick, bro. And we have the 2. 7D, you're the younger player. You can now choose between the 2 or the eagle.
I'll have the eagle.
Why did I not doubt that? We're all HOI4 players and we love eagles. Gentlemen, the official first coin flip is the eagle. 7D, you will now officially choose your nation, brother, for the first game. Germany, it is. 7D chooses Germany. Oh, we even have a graphic there. Look at that graphic, huh? Five people died for that graphic, chat. Okay? And we are in game number 1. Very true, gentlemen. We have watched a lot of the qualifiers in the last weeks of the stream, and a meta has truly formed. You can already see the Germany player putting a big tank army behind the north. He's not showing them on the front line. And what we've seen here often in the qualifiers, that the Germany players are predicting the Russians to take the plains in the north, and they are preparing for it by standing behind in the force. And in the middle, we obviously have the very interesting strategical position of the so-called Lvov encirclement. As you see, Russia has this little knob here into the German territory that can easily be taken by Germany if not properly defended. And we have the Battle of the South. People tend to always invest far less tanks down here. We see 4 tanks by Russia in the far south and 4 tanks by Germany in the far south. You have to understand something. Not a lot of people on this planet have ever been in competitive situations, especially esports. You are nervous in these situations, and they know that over 10,000 people are watching them. These guys are ordinary kids. They are not...
Here we go.
Big esports personalities. And this is where it all starts. Welcome to the HOI4 International, brothers. And we already see a first little probing attack down here in the middle south by 7D. He's looking for the so-called Lvov encirclement already. And in the north, as predicted, we see the Russian tanks already pushing into the northern plains. But 7D is ready for it. Very true. A big question about the north is always, does Russia get some infantry killed in this? But it doesn't seem like it. We already can see the counters of Germany, of 7D. He's not having any of it. He's showing up now. And we might see the first encirclement here. We see a green bubble for Germany, and already the first tank and 4 infantry taken. This is true German blitzkrieg already, Dave.
we're not even into the plains yet. We're still fighting in the forest, so it's only going to get worse.
It seems like the micro in the south has completely stopped. This is a very micro-heavy game, chat. You can try it out yourself, and first blood has indeed been drawn here. And we will see how Mumiago will react to the first 4 dead infantry divisions and 1 dead tank division.
Lots of maneuvers happening here. Definitely pushing and probing in the south, but not really making any gains. Don't really feel too confident about that. And a little push in the north too, but then once again, not really making any substantial gains. I don't think this is going to be the opportunity that he thinks it is.
And so far, both players are not giving away anything anymore. Yes, the first encirclement happened, but we are still in an equal game. But Germany looking to tie the knot here. Tie the knot in the Lvov encirclement, Dave.
Once again, tiny little chips being taken out. No massive gains being made. And once again, being counterattacked and pushed back in the same place. And by looks of things, Mumiago has taken out his infantry. He knows this area is lost. He's not going to try and hold it.
Bring damage, but we see the first damage for Mumiago here. 4 dead Germans against 7D. He is alive, chat. He is alive.
It was really difficult at the time to see how he was going to make the most of that. But then there was a wrap around the side and then the back, and eventually he managed to get a full wrap around in the center. But it looks like he's not looking to hold this either. He looks like he's pushing back. He doesn't want to fight in the plains. He wants to concentrate on the better terrained, entrenched areas.
He's trying to pin everywhere.
Oh, but the counter encirclement. He's pushing around the other side.
And there's 1 infantry taken.
Yeah.
Something else
And he's
happened
managed to
south.
get the tanks out.
This is like more hardcore than watching Zergs and StarCraft. And overruns even here now for Germany. Russia down to 106 infantry at this point. The north coming to a hold. People are just microing the center now. Because it might all come down to the center. You can beautifully see here how 7D is always ready. Yes, he takes this spot, but he has 1 tank behind to always protect his assault. It's such a strong strategy, and it's so well played.
It does look like they're getting more extended towards the plains, which is going to cost the Soviet play in the long run. Mumiago might end up losing more infantry and have a weaker front line overall, which is not good. He doesn't want to lose any more divisions.
That is true. As I always explain it like this, the bones of your skeleton are the tanks. The tanks are the bones of your skeleton, but the infantry is your blood. And if you slowly, during the course of the game, lose a lot of infantry, you are slowly bleeding out. Everybody always thinks the tanks are so important, the tanks. But if you're missing 30, 40 infantry, your front line is gonna be very thin, like my hairline, and a lot of problems are gonna start happening for you.
The truth is the more that Mumiago gets pushed back by, the more it enters the plains of Ukraine, and it's just perfect areas for encirclement, particularly infantry.
Fine gimmick in this game.
Oh, 2 tank divisions in the north, Germany!
Oh! Vicious shots to the body, 2 tanks, and we just wanted to talk about that. Mumiago has to come up with something, and there it is. 2 German tanks are now gone.
So Mumiago spotted this, and he is counterattacking once again in the same spot he did before, pushing those plains. But then he's going to be hit by the forests and the mountains. Is he going to make any ground with this? This just seems like a waste of infantry.
These are truly the best in the world. And there it is. This is what we talked about. It just takes 2 tanks to take away 5 plus 3, 8 infantry away from Russia. And in the end, that's 8 points on 7D's side.
I don't know about you, but I can never handle the stress of a tournament. The build-up to it is just too much. When you're there and you're shaking and the adrenaline's burnt off, and whether you win or lose, I always feel like I lose. So I am horrible.
Very true. And that's what I like, though, about esports, or about competition. Let's say with esports. Only the greatest are the greatest. What I mean is that you have to overcome the nervosity and the pressure of these events. 13,000 people watching you perform in HOI4 and 101. And the ones that can handle this pressure are the ones that in the end deserve to be called the greatest.
I think it's very important that you guys know that none of these guys are scrubs. They've played all their qualifiers, and to reach this point, you've got to win a lot of games. So neither of these guys are going to stand out and be a front runner. The truth is that we're seeing a back and forth. It's because they are basically almost at the same skill level.
There's a pocket. Is it a pocket? It's on circle. No, it's not. There's a tiny little bridge here. But 2 German tanks are ready, and if... Oh, this is looking bad. This looks like an overX tank from Mumiago. And 2 tanks just snapped away by the Thanos tanks.
He spotted that push in the center that Germany's made and taken advantage of it. Those infantry are encircled.
Beautifully done. We see 6 infantry taken. It's not 2 tanks taken, but it's something. Mumiago doesn't give up. These people already showing that they belong in this tournament, that they have what it takes, and he's not giving up. He is going to keep fighting, and he's going to kill 6 infantry from Germany. They're the big break for now. Down in the south. But the 2 tanks, they're not enough. Germany is ready for it. The 4 tanks are there, and just infantry is enough. 2 infantry taking down 1 tank. Yes, Mumiago is trying now because he knows time is against him. But it seems like these extensions are not going good for him.
Is it glitched? We have a floating division?
We have a floating division?
I think he's actually got that out. He did. He got it out. He got it out. I don't know how he did that. Exploit Spot. Tell me how he did that in my email, please. Oh, it's encircled again! It's encircled again!
Doing their job. 1 tank down, 1 infantry down. 27 tanks left for Russia. It's starting to look dark, and the sun is not going up for our Russia player here in game number 1. Look at the north, Dave. This might be a game-ending encirclement in the north if it works.
The snake. The snake.
Yeah, I love this. Did you see? Chat, did you see Germany just push 2 tanks quickly to north to help this encirclement? And if you can pull it off, which doesn't seem to be the case, it seems to be the case. 2 tanks taken again.
I think we're seeing the beginning of the end. Yeah, I think we're coming close to a tappy.
And I think the game has been paused. A GG is called here by Mumiago. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 goes down 4-7D. What is your opinion? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings about game number 1 of the HOI4 International?
I think it sets the tone for the tournament. I think we saw a great example of both players of how intense the micro gets, and I think it shows, I think as I said before, it just shows that you can eventually chip away and break down your opponent without having to use any kind of fancy one-trick pony rush strategies. No cheese, just a clean, straight win. Is it their choice that they can change places if they want to?
The rules are the loser of the game can choose what nation he wants to play next. So the loser always has a little mini advantage of choosing the next nation he wants to play.
So the big choice there is really, do you want to change up the dynamic to try and throw 7D off? Because I personally think if 7D goes with the same strategy you went with before, it'll be a very slow grind to a burn to a halt. So it's all in his strategy of the Soviet player to try and switch things up at the moment. That's what I would recommend.
Chilly milly gentlemen, we're gonna have a little ad break. See you in a second.
My mother always tells me to smile and put on a happy face. She told me I had a purpose to bring laughter and joy to the world. Hey, stop them!
Gotham has lost its way. What kind of coward would do something that cold-blooded? Someone who hides behind a mask.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy. But now I realize it's a comedy.
You just smile.
Hey, I got you guys.
Heavy things.
Awesome, I love
Heavy things.
I know you love
Heavy things.
Team, I love
Heavy things.
Team too. Yeah.
Heavy
It
things.
rocks. Are you guys talking about
Heavy things.
I love
Heavy things.
I love
Heavy things.
too. We know you love
Heavy things.
Heavy
things.
Team rocks. Awesome.
Heavy things.
Rocks.
Heavy things.
Heavy tongue, heavy tongue, heavy tongue, heavy tongue, heavy tongue.
Should we tell him about these?
Absolutely not.
Now there's a tastier way to get some
heavy tongue,
tender grilled
heavy tongue, heavy tongues.
guacamole. Taco Bell's new power team menu is packed with flavor.
That was a beautiful commercial. I've never seen these commercials before, by the way. Some people make these commercials, man. We have a lot of these commercials. How many commercials did they make? Oh, they made a lot of commercials. Oh, we have a lot of commercials, man. They did a lot of weird shit. I never seen this stuff before, by the way. Mumiago is now in Germany, the loser of the first game. Mumiago chose Germany. Hey, the graphic changed itself. Dude, they have like a program where Marconi and the others, they have access to my PC and change data. Like, you see there's a 1 up there now. Dude, this is next level stuff.
And then
And there it is. I'm pressing the timer. Boom, timer should reset.
20 minutes. Here we go.
Hey, timer works. And gentlemen, we're in game number 2. 7D on Russia this time. And
best of 3.
Best of 3. Game number 2. If 7D wins, he takes the first series. And we see the tactic again, where Germany is behind with his tanks, anticipating the Soviet push and getting ready for it. The question is always, can you get out of the situation as Germany without losing any infantry?
He doesn't look like he's changed his playstyle. This is exactly the same as 7D in the very first game. We're seeing aggression across the whole of the front, and so far it's working. And he's having to react to send tanks to the northern part of Germany, because otherwise he's just going to lose this area. Mumiago's having to think a little bit strategically about where he's going to have to go, and he doesn't want to push those tanks north to try and counter the tanks.
And there it is. Oh, the overrun! Is 7D gonna do it? He's only 1 tile away from the biggest encirclement of the tournament so far. There it is! Huge encirclement! 5 tanks involved! A dozen infantry division, 6 in the north. This is devastating!
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, Mumiago of 7D, 18. Yeah, it's just a minute. It's going down right now. Oh, Lord.
Melting.
They are melting. That is a huge kill and a big disadvantage for the future here of our man. We're only 26 minutes in, and this is true Russian blitzkrieg here. A lot of tanks concentrated here. Could be an attack point, but goddamn, his defense is just so good. The north push is getting huge. No Germans can keep up with the Russian army. Mumiago really a lot of pressure. Berlin is at the horizon. The German border is at the horizon. I gotta tell you, if I was... we saw an overrun here for Germany. No, we saw the first infantry dying for 7D. 0 death. Meta is over, chat. 1 infantry down for Russia for 7D. The 2 tanks here. Now there's defense in the mountains here. Looks like he will not make anything happen in the south in Chernivici. But now the middle. Oh, Warsaw. Oh, a devastating encirclement in Warsaw. This could be game ending. And another 2 infantry was taken. And now we see, if you give 7D a certain position, as we see right now, where he just has so much more army than you, he is going to use it against you.
It's going to be a harder one.
Look at this mercilessness by 7D. He just 2. He's almost like a machine. 2 encircled, 2 encircled, 2 encircled. He is almost like a Terminator, shipping away you slowly. Some days ago, I couldn't sleep at night. I was watching Africa videos, you know, about the savannah, and hyenas were hunting a big cow or whatever that was, and they don't kill it quickly, right? They kill it slowly. Bite there, it bleeds out slowly, and then they eat. And that's what I truly see here with the hyena of Scotland, with the Soviet player 7D, who is just bleeding out his opponent, and time is on his side.
Konigsberg was the big pounce, and now we're seeing the slow bites. Bite by bite by bite.
Good job. Oh, 4 tanks. Oh, it's saved.
Oh, back and forth.
The big question of the end, there it is. 3 more tanks taken. This seems almost GG-ish. A big question of this tournament is gonna be, how do you stop the overwhelming power of 7D? A question that one of the contestants might have to come up with here if Mumiago doesn't find a way to come back from this. But after that encirclement in Zelina, another free. I don't even have to wait for any more examples.
The D does not stand for defeat. He is undefeated. And will he go all the way?
At casting. The D doesn't stand for defeat. Bro, we should get hired by all these pleb ESL channels, I swear to God. Hey, respect. That was pretty good. And I think GG has been called. GG called by Mumiago. Gentlemen, we have our first winner of the day. Oh my God. That was 2 games. We didn't see a 3rd game. That was 7D taking the first win of the day there was no question about this win. There was no question. Show some respect to Mumiago, a man that went through a lot of qualifiers, made it to this tournament. Nothing but respect to the man. He had to face the favor of the tournament. He tried his best, and he showed us that even 7D can bleed. The legend. We are gonna talk to the winner of game number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the first to be in day number 2. The pride of Scotland, I present to you 7D. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good.
7D. What a great performance, as expected, from the hyena shipping away on his prey. 7D, you took 2 games. You are still undefeated. What is it that makes you so much better than the other players at this moment?
Well, I feel like all of the good players got knocked out of the tournament, so I'm kind of just like left in here with a bunch of noobs, you know.
And most importantly, a question I really wonder about you. Do you feel nervous? Did you feel nervous before this game? Do you feel nervous about tomorrow?
Well, I mean, I feel nervous, but like it's easy to suppress it, you know.
And what are your final words to the crowd that's cheering for the man of Scotland?
Well, I suppose just spell your channel points on me, and it's just easy channel points.
Feedback finally
7D.
also joining the interview.
Hello, hello. I want to know, 7D. The truth is, I want to know, is there anyone in this tournament you're actually worried about?
Well, not really.
There's no one. There's no name that rolls off your tongue that you're worried about.
Coming in today, I didn't really know a lot about how Mumiago plays. I had heard that he like he's kind of slow with microing but makes good decisions, and that's all I'd heard about him, you know. Yeah, that's it really. Like,
have you watched any of his games?
Well, no, I didn't actually watch any of the previous games because like he'd always like, you know, he 1v1 people who I didn't really like talk to or didn't really know, you know.
Thank you, 7D. We see you tomorrow, man. You are the first that can lay down now and just have a drink. You're from Scotland. You're probably gonna drink whiskey and listen to the sheep in the background. Thank you very much, man. 7D. Good job, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, that was game number 1 with our boy Feedbackgaming. 7D took the first series, and that was our first co-caster of the day, my great friend, Mr. Dave. Feedbackgaming. Dave, thank you so much for being here, man. What are your final thoughts on game number 1 on the tournament, and are you excited for more?
You know, that was like the appetizer, you know? And I think what we need to do now is prepare a fantastic entree in the kitchen.
Dave, I mean it, man. The chat, man, there's 15,000 viewers, man. We built this shit for many years. Dave has become a good friend to me. It means a lot that he's here. I love that guy. Unfortunately, during Corona, I couldn't see him at the convention this year. Dave, thank you so much. I mean this from my heart, man. Thank you so much for being here, man. It means a lot. Your friendship means a lot, man. And thank you so much. Maybe we might even see him again tomorrow for one of the semifinals.
I would love to be back tomorrow. Tommy, I love you. And chat, Twitch chat, I love you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Goddamn, thank you so much, brother. Thank you, man. Have a good evening, man. Game, let's take a look at the bracket. Let's take a look. And there we see the brackets. Mumiago, unfortunately, the loser of the first series, 2-0 for 7D. He goes to day number 2. In the next game, we're gonna have the traitor of Konoha Gakure, Itachi Uchiha, versus the biggest memer I've ever seen on Twitch. A man that's chilling in his free time with e-dating streams. I don't know what that is about. There he is, and on the other side we have Itachi. What's very interesting about this game is that both these people already face each other in the qualifiers, where Itachi unfortunately was on the losing end, so Itachi can make it all good here today in this game. Gentlemen, let's take a little look at some ads, and let's take a look at the next matchup. Dankus versus Itachi. Achievements. 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 Achievements!
I think this is going to be the most interesting match to watch, apart from Grish vs Knife. Itachi could really surprise everybody.
Big kill for Dankus here in this race. Oh my god! It's a disaster! Are you kidding me? How is that happening?
I fucked up. Obviously 17 tanks on 1 tunnel, then you fucked up.
Dankus only 1 game away, dropping to the loser bracket, to a best of 1, getting very close to being eliminated.
I don't think Dankus will underestimate me again though. He made the mistake in round 1 of our first game. I don't think he's gonna do that again.
He was slow, but I was unfocused the first round. I bashed his skull in the second 2 times. I think I'll do it easily again in the quarterfinals.
God, is he doing what Itachi did to him before the 7th? Oh my god!
me and Itachi played 100 games, I beat him 99 of those games, so it doesn't matter.
There are a lot of people who believe that Dankus is just gonna clap me, but I gotta prove the doubters wrong.
I don't really care about the Itachi game. Like, yeah, I'm coming for 7D's ass. That's the ass I want.
Losing to Dankus woke me up, and now I'm gonna claim my revenge.